Hello everyone, I welcome to you in the Apparel Computer Aided Design classes. This is Mr. Ubaid, and today in the session of the giant shed design tutorial, I came to you with a very essential class. In this class we will learn about the grading and modification of the giant's slim fit sheds. In the previous class we have already learned about the design of the slim fit giant's shed. Now let me explain you first of all about the grading. So what is grading? Pattern grading is the process whereby the patterns of different sizes are produced from the original master patterns that we have selected in the previous class as a medium size slim fit shed we have designed. The master patterns are graded according to size charts of the specification sheet. Patterns initially are made only in one sizes, that is as master patterns. Before starting of the grading, you must have to clear the concept of the quadrant of the mathematics. As you are seeing in the quadrant that there are two axes. One is called as x-axis and horizontal line is called as x-axis of the quadrant, and vertical line is called as the y-axis of the quadrant. So from 0, the x-axis, if you are going to the right hand side of the x-axis, the value will be positive and left hand side value will be negative. Similarly, if you are going to the y-axis, if you are going to the top side of the y-axis, its value is positive, and if you are going to the downwards, its value will be negative. Same methods we have to apply in the grading process. So let's start. First of all, we have to go to the file menu and we have to open. So this is the master patterns which I have designed in the previous classes. So we have to select all these patterns by pressing the shift button, and then we have to open it. Now if this you can see into the work area panels has appeared. Now we have to bring all these patterns into the work area. So for that purposes we have to right click and we have to place all the tiles. Now we can see all the pieces has been masterpiece has been appeared into the work area. Now we have to readjust it in a proper way. Likewise. And this is the sleeve patterns, and this is your cuff, placket. Okay. So now these are the master patterns. We will start the grading with the help of these patterns. First of all, we have to go to the grade menu and we have to assign rule tables for this all the patterns. We have to select all the pieces of this styles masterpiece, and then we have to select this rule table and then OK. Now the rule table has assigned. So next very important operation is to add the grade point. So we have to come to this tools that is called add grade point at a specific locations of your patterns. So now we have to apply like this, drag by left clicking and drop. So now you can see the points will be converted into the circular form. So like this we have to apply the grade points to all the points of the masterpieces. Now we can see that similarly we have to left click, drag and drop. Now we can see we have applied the grade point to all the pieces. Now we will start the grading. So first of all we will see this is the shoulder to shoulder. This is the chest width of the, so we have to open the, as per the specification sheet we can see here, this is the L, is the width of the chest width. So we have to come to this measurement chart. So we have to observe what is the difference between the chest, length of chest to all the sizes. So 53, 56, 59, 62, 65. We are seeing there is the difference of 3 between the two sizes. So we have to grade, if we want to grade this area. So for that purpose we have to go to the edit delta, right click and then OK. Now we have to change it x-axis. There is the variation between two sizes as 3, so we have to enter here as a quadrant of the whole circumferential has been divided into 2. Now again 2 means we have to divide, so 3 divided by 2 means 1.5. we have to enter and then we have to update. After updation we have to see what is the vertical and changes in this pattern. So as you will go to the specification sheet you will see that this is called J and H. So what is difference between two sizes? J 24, 25, H 29, 30. So there is this difference, size difference 1 plus 1 is 2 sizes. So if one side we have to grade, means it will automatically will grade to the other side also. So that's why we have to go to the y-axis and we have to enter here. We are going to the downward, so -1 we have to enter and update it. Now this is completed. Now we have to come to this waist width of this comment. We have to see the size variation between the waist width W and the G. So in W we have to see that this is the half middle chest fitted 47, 50, 53, 56, 59. As we are seeing there is the difference of 3. So we have to go to the next. X-axis wise there is the size variation 3 cm divided by 2, 1.5. So we have to come to the x-axis and we have to enter here 1.5 cm and then update it. Same difference as we see into the technical diagram G 50, 53, 56, 59. So there is 3 cm variation between the sizes. Similarly we have to go to the next point and we have to apply x-axis as a 1.5 positive and we have to update it. Now we have to see what is the vertical size variations. So as we see in the technical diagram in the F, so F is the height of the body 75, 77, 79. Means there is the 2 centimeters difference between all the sizes and y-axis. So we have to select the y and we have to enter here -2 and then update it. Now we have to go to the next point. Similarly we have to go to the y-axis and -2 we have to apply and hit the enter button and update it. Now this size has also been updated. So now we have to come to the next shoulder to shoulder. We have to check what is the changes in the width of shoulder to shoulder E. So we can see width of from shoulder to shoulder 43, 46, 49. So there is the variations of 3 centimeters. So now what we have to do, we have to go to the next, and now here we have to go to the x-axis, and we have to enter half of 3 as 1.5 and update it. Similarly, we have to come to this neck opening. We have to check what is the variation between neck opening. In the technical diagram, we can see K is the value of neck opening. So K 14, 15, 16. As we are seeing, there is the difference of 1 centimeter. So because we have to change in both the sizes, so it will divide by 2, front and back. So we have to go to the next. In this we have to change the x-axis as a 0.5 centimeter and update it. Now it's okay. Now we have to go to the okay. Now we can see this size has been changed. If we will go to the size variations, as we see here, 52, 52, 52. Similarly, we have to come to this back neck opening, edit delta, and then we have to go to the x-axis, and 0.5 centimeter we have to update, then okay. Similarly, we have to come to this point, and we have to enter here also 0.5 and hit the enter button and update it. We have to go to the edit delta, and we have to edit delta in this manner, and we have to go to the x-axis 0.5 and hit the enter button, update it. Okay, now we can see what is the variation difference between, if we will go line length and if you will select this, so what is the difference 14, 15, 16. So we have to go to the edit delta, and we have to enter here 0.2 minus 0.2 and hit the enter button and update it. This is the exactly. Similarly, we have to change over here as y-axis. We have to enter a minus 0.2 and hit the enter button, update it. Right click and then OK. Now we can see this is the front part. We have created it. Now we can see this line has not been created on these lines. So to grade this line, we have to copy the y-axis. We go to the copy y rule, and we have to select this one. Now we have to select all these points, right click and then OK. Now we can see it has also been graded. Similarly, we have to come to this point, and we have to copy this point, and we have to copy. We have to copy y rule, and we have to copy this one. And similarly, all these lines we have to copy. Now right click and then OK. So now grading has completed. Okay, so now we have to apply a right hand side grading to the left hand side, because both are same. So we have to copy. So for that purpose, what we have to do, we have to go to the copy, and we have to select the XY, both copy grade rule, and after that we have to select this one, and then we have to select this one, right click and then OK. Similarly, we have to copy the x-axis of this point. So now we have to select this, right click and then OK. In the same way, we have to go to the copy both x and y axis, we have to select this one and this one. After the selection, we have to right click and then OK. Now we have to go copy and y-axis. We have to copy the y-axis and we have to select this one and then select the target point to assign. Right click and then OK. In the same way, we have to come copy x-axis. We have to select this point and this point and right click and then OK. In the same way, we have to select this point and this point, right click and then OK. Now we have to go to the copy y rules and we have to copy this rules and then this rules. Right click and then OK. Now we can see all the things has been. Again we have to go copy y-axis and we have to select this one and we have to select all the pieces, all the lines to grade equally. Right click and then OK. Now we can see all the pieces has been graded to the left hand side also. In the same way, we have to grade this shoulder also. So first of all, we have to select this one, right click and then OK. So we have to go to the copy grade rule, select this one, right click and then OK. Now again we have to copy there is the 1.5 centimeter. We have to go to the edit delta and we have to enter here x-axis as a 1.5 and hit the enter button and update it. Now we have to come we have to cancel it first. So now we have to copy this is the front right piece will be exactly we have to copy to the left hand side. So for that purpose we have to go to the copy and go to the x-axis. First of all we have to copy this one. Similarly again we have to control Z. You have to go to the copy and copy grade rule and we have to select this one and we have to select this one. Right click and then OK. We have graded this. Similarly again we have to go to the copy X rule. We have to copy this one and exactly to the same locations of the other piece. Now we have to go to the copy grade rules and we have to copy this one. Again we have to go to the copy Y rules, so we have to copy this rule and this rule. Now we can see it has been graded. Similarly we have to copy this and this. So first of all we have to copy this one and we have to apply that copy to all these lines. After that right click and again we have to copy this one and we have to apply that copy to all these lines, right click and then OK. Now we can see this piece has also been copied. In the same way, we have to come to this, go to the copy x-axis, and we have to select this one and apply and copy to this one and then OK. Now we have to see that this is here. We have to increase here by 0.2 mm. So we have to go to the edit delta and we have to apply here, right click and then OK. And we have to go to the y-axis minus 0.2 mm we have to apply and update it. Okay. And then OK. Same things we have to apply to the back neck also. So for that we have to go to the apply y rule and we have to copy this one and we have to apply to this one, right click and then OK. Leave it, we should not apply like that. We have to go to the edit delta and we have to select this one and we have to go to the y-axis minus 0.2. We have to update it. We have to cancel it, as we are seeing it has not been updated properly. We have to go add grade point and we have to add the grade point over here. Go to the edit delta in the same way, right click and then OK. Go to the y-axis minus 0.2 and then update it. Cancel, undo it. Now very important points is that we have to apply the grade points to these locations. So we have to go to the copy X rule and we have to copy that rule over here also. Right click and then OK. Now we can see the grading of these patterns has also been completed. In the same way we have to copy X rule of this one and this one. Edit delta and we have to right click and we have to enter here x-axis as a 1.5 and hit the enter button and update it. Now we have to go to the technical diagram and we have to see what is the yoke, back yoke width variations. So Z is here, back yoke. You can see here Z. We have to go to the Z 40, 43, 46 and 49. So there is the difference of 3 centimeter in the back yoke. So we have to go to the edit delta, right click and then OK. And x-axis half of the 3 is 1.5 and we have to update to all the sizes. So we have to go to the 8 grade point and we have to add the grade point over here also. Now we have to go to the edit delta and we have to select this one and go to the x-axis and we have to enter here 1.5 and update it. Okay, now is okay. In the same way we have to update, we have to go to the copy X and we have to copy this one to this one. Now we have to copy this XY, we have to go to the copy XY rule and we have to copy this one and this one we have to apply, right click and then similarly we have to copy the waist width, go to the copy X and then we have to copy this one and apply This is the XY axis upgradation. So we have to select the copy grade rule, and we have to select this point, and we have to copy that point over here. Right click and then OK. Now we have to go copy Y. So this is the Y axis upgradation point. So we have to copy this and we have to apply this over here. Right click and then OK. Now the grading of the back parts has also been completed. Now we have to do the grading in this sleeve cuff. So come to the measurement spec sheet. We can see cuff is the O and P. So what is the variation in sizes at the point of O? 11, 11.5, 12, 12.5, 0.5 is O, and P is no variations. So O variation is here. We have given 0.5. So we have to go to the edit delta and 0.5 we have to apply and update. We go to the next point, go to the x-axis. 0.5 is the variation in sizes. We have to update it. Go to the next point, x-axis, 0.5, update, and then OK. So now we have updated. We have done variations. Go to the copy, and we have to copy that point, and then we have to apply over here, and then over here. Right click and then OK. So we have to go copy first of all, copy X rule, and then we have to copy because there is the same variation in sizes. So we have to apply like this. So now we can see the cuff has also been graded. Now we have to come to the next very important point. This is the collar opening. So let me see what is the size variation in collar opening. The collar opening points is the S and U. So we have to see S and U. In U we will see that S 41, 43, 45, 7, 9. Means 2 variations is in S, and in U also is the 2 centimeters variations. So now what we have to do, we have to go to the edit delta, and we have to select this one and go to the x-axis, and we have to enter 1 and update. First of all, Control Z it, as we are seeing that we did not apply the grade point over here. That is why like this understanding is happening. So we have to add the grade point over here also. Now as we see, there is the size variation 2 centimeter and half in V1. So we have to go to the edit delta, right click and then OK. Now we have to select the x-axis, we have to enter 1 and we have to update it. In the same way, we have to go to the next point, x-axis. We have to enter 1 variations and update it, and then OK. Now this also has been graded. Now we have to grade the collar band. For that purpose we have to go to the technical diagram, and we have to check the C. What is the collar band C difference? As we seen in the C 43, 45, 47, there is also the size differences too. So we have to go to the edit delta, and we have to right click and then OK. X-axis, enter 1, and then we have to update it. Same mistake is happening because we didn't apply the grade point to these 2 points. So we have to go to the 8 grade point, and we have to apply over here. After the application of grade point only, you go to the edit delta, right click and then x-axis, enter 1 and update it. Go to the next point, x-axis, 1 and update. Now we can see that the collar portions has also been graded properly. Finally, we have to create the sleeve patterns. So for that purpose, we have to come to the technical diagram, and we can see what is the full length variation and width variation of the sleeve. So n, we can see n 61.5 is the variation, and v is the 1 centimeter variation of v. So we have to go to the edit delta, and we have to select this one, and now there is 1 centimeter gap, so we have to apply here 1 and update, and then we have to come to the next point. Here we can see what should be the cuff. We already seen here is width we have taken, and the cuff width as we can see O, there is 0.5 variation. So we have to go to the x-axis and 0.5 we have, and hit the enter button and update it. Now go to the y-axis, and as we seen there is the difference of 1.5 and 1.5 centimeter. So we have to update it, and then we have to go to the next. Here also we have to update the y minus 1.5. We have to go to the previous y-axis. We have to enter here minus 1.5 and update, and come to the next here, and y-axis minus 1.5 and then update. Go to the next point. Similarly, we have to go to the x-axis, and we have to enter here minus 0.5. Now we can see that the grading of all the patterns of this slim fit shirt, jam shirt design has been completed. Because the plackets is now any grading into the plackets of all these sizes, it will be as usual.